Lady.
No, it did not happen.
Oh, you tread on very thin ice.
No, you don't know what you're talking about, okay? Because you were not there. You have no knowledge of what went on, okay? All you have is a statement of a fool over here, so you're incorrect at what you're saying. You were not there.
Now,
okay?
your contention is...
You don't know what you're talking about. You're totally
incorrect. Come on, big mouth.
Okay? Well, it makes you feel good to say that, okay?
No, I'm trying to egg you on to, to divulge more evidence to be used against you in a criminal prosecution.
You ain't gonna prosecute me. I'm not even concerned. Okay, the bottom line is you don't know what you're talking about. Okay?
Where is the car now?
It's in Sacramento.
What? You paid for a 2000 Hyundai Accent, but the defendant has it in her possession and refuses to return it.
Yes, sir.
You, ma'am, say your name's on it. It's a stick, and she doesn't know how to drive a stick. But the problem is that the plaintiff does not have a valid California operator's license.
That's correct.
Now, I'll ask you this up front. Do you have a valid California operator's license?
No, sir, I don't, but I do have my permit to get my license. And I am working towards getting my license, and I am taking driving classes to get my license. And I only have one more driver's class before I am able to get the license.
But she would be getting an automatic. She wouldn't be getting a stick.
We'll get into all of this. All right. Now, it develops that you were staying with your aunt. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Why?
I was staying with her through legal guardianship through the state because I'm not able to live with my mom.
Now, you had a troubled early existence. Why is it that you put money down on this vehicle?
I originally purchased a vehicle that I'd be able to get myself from school, and the only way I was able to get to school is on the bus.
That's not true.
And the bus
Stop interrupting.
The buses in Stockton run every hour, so if I miss the bus, I'll be an hour late to class. So I wanted to get the vehicle so I can be to class on time and make sure I'm always there.
All right. Why did you choose a manual gear shift?
I chose that because she told me that she would help me learn how to drive it because stick shifts are cheaper and they're good on brakes.
Stop interrupting.
It's incorrect.
And I knew that it would be good for me to learn how to drive a stick because, like she told me, if you know how to drive a stick, you can drive any other kind of car, which I felt like would be good for me. But then, when I purchased the car, the day right after I bought it, her car broke down.
That's not correct. You're incorrect about that.
Why are you interrupting her? I ask you, this is time 3 or 4 not to do that because I can't hear if you do that.
That's correct.
Maybe what the problem is you're in a habit of not listening and you aren't sure how you got where you are and that you are in the wrong and not the plaintiff.
You must be referring to her because that's not me.
Oh, you just are hard-headed too, aren't you? You may continue.
Okay, so the day right after I bought the vehicle...
By the way, you paid for it in total, did you not?
Yes, sir.
Why is her name on the vehicle?
My name?
Her name on the...
The only reason why I put her name on there is because since I don't have a license, she told me I cannot legally register the vehicle.
So the defendant's name is on this title?
Yes.
You still live with her?
No, I moved out in the beginning of December, and I moved into a transitional home because I felt like I could no longer live with her because we were having too many disputes.
Such as?
Such as about money, and she felt like I wasn't cleaning up enough. Like, she said I dirtied the house up and that I wasn't a clean person, and she just felt like I wasn't doing any well for her. So I moved out. Because I feel like if I'm being a problem to her, I might as well eliminate myself.
Well, see, up until September last, she was effectively getting compensated for keeping you.
Well, that's not the way that worked, Joe Brown.
Oh, that's the way it works in the state of California. She was
receiving Social Security for taking care of me, Your Honor.
Yes, I know. You were getting a check from the federal government and the state because of your dependent situation based on your mother's problems. Now, you have received nothing. She has the vehicle, right?
She has the vehicle, Your Honor.
Has insurance been paid to keep it current?
No.
Or do you know?
I have not paid insurance for it. When I first purchased the vehicle, I did pay the insurance to pay it for 2 months. But But after the vehicle was taken from me, I stopped
Her
paying
vehicle
insurance.
broke down 2 days after you
Yes.
acquired the Hyundai.
Yes, sir.
Fast paperwork up. Trying to cut through a lot of knots of confusion here to get to the essence of this matter. Now, we will go to you, Madam Defendant. You have the floor now, ma'am.
First of all,
Miss White, go for it.
Jasmine
Defend
is-
yourself.
Jasmine is my niece by blood, but other than that, she isn't. I've raised over 40 children in foster care.
Yes,
Okay?
that's what you do.
Okay.
You
And I've
get
done it
paid
well.
by the state of
And I've done it well.
California, and some of the
However,
fosterlings that you have receive compensation from the federal government for various and sundry reasons. They're minors.
they receive
So-
more than that. They receive loving care and guidance and direction, which is something that she became incorrigible with. She turned 18 in September. All of a sudden, she started to act as if she was, okay, she's grown by law, but other than that, she's not. She's sneaking out of my house between 2 and 4 in the morning, okay? Not only that, she became my in-home support service worker because of my illness. I have full-blown multiple sclerosis. This person has taken advantage of me to every end, okay? Done everything she could to be disrespectful and just in every way possible. Actually, with the things she wrote and having me taken to Superior Court with a restraining order after she's the one in my house behaving indecently. Each and every
Indecently? What do you mean by that?
Her attitude, her nasty behavior, throwing her keys and cutting my furniture. Okay, the various things that she's done, okay, with my sisters both coming trying to talk to her. Everybody, all her cousins trying to reason with her, talking
Reason with her about
because it's
what?
saying, why do you need to go to court with your aunt who has been there for you, who took you in when you had nowhere to go? She ended up leaving her sister's home who had her from 7 to 10.
Well, let me give
Okay.
you a suggestion. There is this matter relative to the lack of proper accounting for the funds that were paid to you as a trustee, a guardian of her affairs, that she alleged had been improperly
Well, that's her alleging.
diverted to usages other than what the state of California and the United States government intended those funds
And
to
they
be
went there.
used for.
They went for what they were supposed to be used for. Okay. Every month, in addition, she had her $50-something phone bill paid, along with the $100 in allowance.
That was your requirement
That wasn't
prior
my
to her
requirement.
becoming
It was
a
not my
maid of
requirement.
getting her majority.
That
The
was
court
not-
required that
No,
of
it
you.
doesn't. No, it does not. Okay. Because it was not foster care. It was care for her being in my home. So it does not.
So you got the check
That's
sent to
right.
you
And I tell
that
you,
you were supposed to disperse to her.
No,
Well, that's why you
no,
got taken to
I was
court.
not
Because
supposed to
she
disperse
said
to
you
her.
couldn't properly account
Well,
for
it's
the
incorrect.
funds.
It's incorrect. 10 years her sister had her. Not once did
That's
she
not
question
what
her.
we're here for.
Okay?
We're here for
Only-
a title.
Exactly. And the title was acquired when she went, like she said, yes, she did purchase it for $2,000, not $22,000, okay? And I was there with her in the time of a stressful period of me needing to move.
You needing to move. What
Yeah,
the hell's
she
this
was
got
with
to do
me.
with you?
She was living
This
with
is
me.
her car,
She was
and what's
living
that got
with
to do
me.
with you?
It has everything to do with me because she was living with me.
And
She
you
was
were
supposed
getting
to be
paid
healthy.
for it.
No, I was not. By September, that had stopped.
Lady,
No, it did not happen.
oh, you tread on very thin
No,
ice.
you don't know what you're talking about, okay? Because you were not there. You have no knowledge of what went on, okay? All you have is a statement of a fool over here, so you're incorrect at what you're saying. You were not there.
Now,
Okay.
your contention in your answer is that she is wrong because you applied to the state to have her made your caregiver for which she was supposed to be compensated. You say that you had one of her other relatives provide the caregiving, and what I'm looking at is it does not appear she's received any of the benefits of this caregiver status, and somebody seems to have taken the money the state of California paid out. Keep talking.
Okay, you don't know what you're talking about. You're totally
Come on,
incorrect
Big
everything. Okay? Well, it makes you feel good to say that, okay?
No,
But it's
I'm
incorrect.
trying to egg you on to,
You need to- I know you're trying to egg me on to make
divulge
this look
more
good.
evidence to be used
There's no
against you in a
evidence. The
criminal
evidence is the facts.
prosecution.
You ain't gonna prosecute me. I'm not even concerned. Okay, the bottom line is you don't know what you're talking about. Okay? You
Where
don't know what
is
you're
the
talking about.
car now?
It's in Sacramento.
Why is it confiscated impound? Because your son was driving it, who, by the way, didn't appear to have an operator's license anyway when they pulled him over and the vehicle was impounded and towed. See, you're a big mouth liar anyway.
It's a lie. You don't know what you're talking about. You're a liar. Okay? It's incorrect and it's all a lie. Okay?
I think maybe somebody needs to investigate you. Oh, and if you walk out of here, you're subject to criminal penalties. Okay. That's $500 assessment. Now, I have a problem here. And here's what the problem is. It looks like the state of California has confiscated that vehicle because your cousin, her son, was driving the thing. It was impounded. I'll see to it that you get it restored to you.
Okay, thank you.
Young lady, don't lose faith in yourself. Sometimes your relatives are your worst friends, and it looks like your mother and your aunt have a lot in common. Your recovery will be $2,229 in actual damages, $2,771 in punitive.
Thank you, Your Honor.